but we can do so much better, and we're being called to do, and we really have to acknowledge where we've been in order to get nice and clear about where it is that we want to go. And we need visionaries now. We need women. We need leaders. We need people who are thinking differently and can imagine a new way. So I would love to hear more about rest as resistance as well.
Yeah, the phrase itself comes from Tricia Hersey. I just want to credit her and her work. The Nap Ministry is her Instagram, and she's a powerful woman for sure. But I started down the path of being really passionate about rest and reclaiming our right before I'd ever heard of her. I think this is another piece of something that I'm seeing really start to rise up. When I first started my coaching journey, I wasn't yet ready to embrace the woo that I was also immersing myself in. And so I came at it as like, I'm going to coach women how to take their time back and rest. But the more that I kind of started to dive deeper into that and blend the two, the more it became so apparent to me that in order for us to reconnect our relationships with our bodies, with the earth, with each other, we need to slow down enough to be able to do so. We need to slow down enough to be able to hear the wisdom that our bodies have for us, to have the time to notice the magic that the earth holds for us, to be able to acknowledge the griefs and the pain and the joys and the magic, all of that. When we're so head down, pushing through our fatigue, pushing through all of what life is throwing at us, always trying to produce more faster, we aren't able to connect to what we need to remember our power and the importance of finding some sort of balance again, not only for ourselves, but for our relationship with the earth as well, and our future here.
I love that. It resonates deeply with me. And for me, my way of finding that rest is multifaceted as it is, I'm sure, for you. But one of the ways is meditation. It's like creating that spaciousness, that time. That's why I'm so perplexed, yet I understand why people think of it as something that's like, oh, that's a nice to have if you have time for meditation. But we're busy and this and this, and I get it. But without that time to really deeply listen and reconnect with yourself, you're missing this whole you're not becoming aware of the base code of your being. Yeah. And by having this time, that base code starts to come forward, and you start to see all these connections that you just would not have seen if you didn't create the space and the time and the listening. And so it becomes, to your point, absolutely critical for evolution, the new earth, if you want to call it that, for us stepping into a prosperous, powerful time as a species together. Developing that ability to sit with yourself and hear yourself and know that, you know what, I can't push through these 3 meetings today. I need to cancel them, and I need to spend today just reconnecting to myself. And I say that as an entrepreneur. So